Sugar Sean O'Malley was talking about Daniel Cormier. Now, I got to tell you that it caught me off guard. Everybody loves Daniel. You guys all love Daniel, but that's how he is behind the scenes too. Like, I don't want you to start seeing this back and forth that Daniel is having with the boys and all of a sudden think that Daniel is somebody different than you think. Like, no. In fact, I'd like to explain the psychology. So anyway, let me just pay this off. Sugar Sean was talking about Daniel and saying, Daniel really wants me to lose. I don't know what it is about me. Maybe I remind him of Jon Jones because I'm so long and tall, but he wants me to lose. Now, Daniel weighed in, and Daniel wasn't overly friendly. He said, I don't care enough about Sean O'Malley whether he wins or loses. It doesn't affect my life. Now, that's not a nice thing to say, but Daniel got insulted, and he fired something back. But if you put that in conjunction, that's only 2 days removed from Phil Haas having a verbal with Daniel Cormier. Now, I really hope that you guys understood what happened there, because Phil was great. Phil was respectful, and Phil was sportsmanlike. Why did Phil come at Daniel in the first place? I thought it had something to do, again, with Jon Jones. Because Phil was under Jon, I thought it was Italian. Now, I quickly got corrected that no, it had to do with Daniel's protege, Deron Winn, being the opponent of Phil, and Phil saying that Daniel had picked Winn. And Daniel did have one great line in this whole thing. And he told Phil, you didn't beat me. And Daniel weighed in on this on his own platform. And he said that he has to deal with this when kids wrestle his son. That they like to put a little something on it and then look like they got over on Daniel. They got over on the champ. And Daniel likes to remind them too, you didn't beat me. I like that line. There's something on that line. There's something that can be done with that. And it worked, and Phil was respectful, but I also don't think that Sugar Sean's upset. Here's what I think, guys. I just want to tie this in, because I don't want you guys seeing these things about Daniel and thinking, well, the boys know him better than the audience does. There must be something else to the big bear here. No, you're getting this wrong. And Daniel doesn't understand this either. As a matter of fact, when Daniel was talking about and recapping what happened with Phil, Daniel was talking about his inner street side coming out. The kid from Louisiana that's in a cage with a fellow fighter and he's getting yelled at in front of people. I have to respond to that. This is the way Daniel's talking. No, here, I think Daniel's missing this too. Daniel is so loved. And Daniel is so respected that Daniel has the ability to hurt somebody's feelings on accident. And Daniel doesn't know that about himself. Dana White runs into the same problem all the time, where he thinks we're all one of the boys. I'm coming at you and you're coming at me and we're in the fight business and on to the next city we go. But the guys look up to him. The guys look at Dana differently than Dana knows. The guys look at Daniel differently than Daniel knows. So when Daniel goes out and gives a prediction, even if it's his own guy, even if it's his own protege, a guy will feel that inside a little bit different. I just wanted to explain that to you guys, why you're seeing two different sides here. Why the audience loves Daniel, and he's got such a great reputation, but now you got the Sugar Sean, you got the Phil, you got the boys coming after him. Daniel has only, by the way, used his position one time to help a teammate. Daniel has never helped Deron Winn. Daniel is so corrective and protective to not have a bias towards Winn. He goes against him sometimes. I've always thought that Daniel needs to just tell the audience up front, hey, in case anybody doesn't know, let me disclose, I got a very personal relationship with this guy. I'm going to attempt to say what I see and go from there. That's just what I personally think. Because I feel that Daniel has been hard on Deron publicly. That's a thought for another day. The only time that Daniel used that position to help somebody was for Islam. When Islam was in a back and forth with Gaethje, and Gaethje said, not so fast, young man. You got a job to do, and I got a job to do. And Gaethje called him on it. It was a great moment, and Daniel copped to it. He said, I'm in the room with Islam. I'm AKA, he's AKA. I got a microphone, and I'm trying to help my guy. That's above board for me. You got to disclose it, Daniel did. But what in the hell is the point of having a friend if he's not going to be your friend when you need him? If Islam needed things said about him and his teammates got the mic and he's not going to use that regardless to whatever arbitrary behaviors come with the position, the hell's the point of having a friend? All right, I think we've cleared that up, guys. I don't think Sean's got any heat with Daniel, and I don't think Phil had any heat with Daniel. I don't think the next guy that comes along is going to have any heat with Daniel. I don't think Gaethje was all that pissed off at Daniel. People look up to Daniel. and his words can affect them differently, particularly with the young athletes.